Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of the Bolt City Podcast. Dave Palais, Josh Palais, Mario Heron. Guys, the Chargers are getting ready to take on the Patriots on Sunday. But real quick, want to mention as national news breaks, because we aren't national yet, I guess that's the way it works out, because we've been talking about Brandon Staley for a long time, that rumors are coming out that Staley will be out of a job by the end of the year. And it's something that I think most people expected. The thing is, one of the things we go back to with the Chargers are they're never proactive. Like they don't see bad things happening and then say, hey, we got to fix this right now. They don't make trades in the middle of the season and they don't fire coaches in the middle of the season. Yet, as we say all the time, and as the people who follow the Chargers know, this is a talented roster in certain aspects where there are guys who are getting paid a lot of money because they're considered some of the best players in the NFL, yet the guys around them have struggled. Well, that includes the head coach. And he lost this locker room a long time ago. And we knew it when Austin Eckler basically made it public. But for the Chargers to leak it out, I'm going to say the Chargers leaked it out that we're going to make a coaching change at the end of the year. It's very frustrating. It's almost like, dude, don't even tell us. Like, just keep your mouth shut. Because when information gets out, we all know it happens because they want it to get out. That's the Chargers telling the fan base, hey, guess what? Christmas is coming up. You're thinking about what you're going to do with your money, your entertainment dollar. We want it to still come to the Chargers season ticket holders and to people who buy sweatshirts, hats, jerseys, whatever. And the Chargers are letting you know, hey, we realize there's a problem. So we're going to make the move at the end of the season. You completely threw away a 2023 season when most people had you going to the playoffs at the very least.
Why do you think it is? Do you think they're not going to fire now because the season's already lost? Do you think they don't believe Kellen Moore is the guy? We have a comment on YouTube that I think is really good from Jay Blaze 1321. He said that he believes the Chargers haven't hired Kellen Moore because they know he's not the guy. So do you think that's the situation? They have nobody in-house that they believe is the guy, so we're just going to let it ride out?
If you're asking me, I'm going to say a couple things. One is I think the Charger front office is soft. And when I mean front office, I mean people above Tom Telesco. I think they're afraid to make decisions that are tough to make. It's tough to fire somebody. And let's be honest, you're talking about someone that you work with on a day-to-day basis, or you hired him firsthand and said, you're our guy. And you talked him up and you talked him into becoming the head coach of the Chargers and why this is a great opportunity. And now it didn't work out. Now you have to fire him. I don't think they're tough enough. Now, the guy in Carolina is a little crazy. He's over the top tough. I think the Chargers are so afraid about making tough decisions, and it is tough firing anybody. Unless you're a psycho, nobody likes firing anybody. But I don't know if Kellen Moore is the guy or if not. But I would love to see if my players, if I own the team, if my players responded to a different voice. Doesn't mean you have to give the job to Kellen Moore or somebody else. But I just want to see if they responded, just like the Raiders did to Bisaccia a couple years ago. They responded to a different voice.
What do you think,
Yeah,
Mario?
it's that. Yeah, it's that point too. Like the Raiders are responding now. You could argue to Antonio Pierce. So, like, there's a common theme in betting that when a team fires their head coach, bet on the next game because that team's gonna be fiery and want to play. It doesn't make sense like to leak the story out unless you're like maybe trying to inspire Staley and his staff even more. Like, all right, your job's really on the line. This is something you guys really got to get going. Like you said, Dave, maybe there's a ticket perspective and just kind of like in that department of a way to go. Either way, it doesn't make sense, especially in this window that we mentioned over and over again that we're in, to keep him on. If you say you're going to go at the end of the year, you're going to let him go. Now, is there a coach on staff you believe in? Maybe, maybe not. But if you don't think he's it, then cut your losses and get out. You did it with J.C. Jackson. Do it with Staley. He's clearly not it. He's clearly not the guy. He's clearly not the head coach of the future. He's clearly not going to get any more out of his players. And, maybe if you're looking at that schedule, you go, the schedule's tough. And to put a interim head coach against the schedule, that's not something we want to do. Well, newsflash, no one wants to coach against that schedule. No one knows what to do that's what's going to be best for this team because this season's like damn near done. You might as well cut your losses now. Do I think Kellen Moore is it? I don't really think so at this current moment, but Staley's for sure not it. So cut your losses, get the hell out, know when to fold them.
I tell you what, if I was Telesco or John Spanos, hey, look, Brandon, I don't know about you, but you're in here every single day, except for when there's a game day. You're in these offices in Irvine. I think maybe it's best that you start bringing one box in a day and start clearing things out because it's really embarrassing when we fired guys in the past when it takes them all day and everyone has to do the walk of shame with 80 boxes. So if you do one at a time, by the time we actually fire you after the last game, it's really probably going to be one or two trips and it's not going to be that bad because eventually we're going to turn off your key card and you're not going to get back in the building. And then if you still have one box to go, it's embarrassing for everybody. So just start working on that now, buddy. You got it?
I'm waiting for Brandon Staley at one of these press conferences to say, I just want everybody to know we look really good Monday through Saturday. Monday through Saturday, we look great.
You do not want to face us on Monday through Friday, baby. You do not want to face us on a Friday.
Yeah.
We look really good.
Yeah.
We're on
We're to the point
make
we're
right
only good
calls.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, we're really good. If there's a game on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or Thursday, we're kind of essing ourselves. Who are we kidding? It's been ridiculous. It's so frustrating. Josh said it to me, Mario. Before we did the show, he goes, "Man, we're going to end up talking National Football League instead of Chargers sooner than we want to. Like we always share stories about what's going on in the NFL, but it sucks when the playoffs come around and we're talking about other teams. You want to be part of the ride." Even just talking about it. We aren't even players. You want to be part of the ride. Last thing I'm going to say on this subject here, because I know we got a lot to get to. If either one of you guys, is there one coach on this staff you go, hey, whatever happens, that guy has to come back? Or is it one of those where, hey, Brandon, you can sit there and tie a rope to every single guy that is wearing a polo shirt that has a Charger lightning bolt on it and take every one of them with you because we don't want any of those guys back? There's not one assistant coach that I want back. Is there one that you guys want that go, we have to have that guy back?
Yeah, whoever does special teams has done a great job. Honest to God, not even a joke. Our special teams, I think, is one of the best in the NFL. Everybody else can kick rocks. I don't care if any of them come back.
I'm among the crowd of when you let one go, let them all. So Staley's out the door. See the rest of you guys. Pack your lunches. Pack your lunch boxes. Pack up the kids. Get the minivan cooking. We'll see you later. Have a good Christmas or happy holidays.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do. Yeah. Happy New Year.
Unbelievable. Yeah,
all right. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. There's a ton to get to, of course, but Josh, I'll let you lead the next segment.
Yeah, so Mario texted something in our group message that I thought was pretty good, and then a couple people commented as well, so I think it's worth talking about. Do you envision the Chargers, who are right now, I think the number 9 draft pick, trading a guy like Joey Bosa or Mike Williams to move up to get a guy like Marvin Harrison Jr.? Since it's your question, Mario, I'll start with you.
So yeah, we were debating this a little bit, talking about different ways they could move up. And for people that don't know, the Chargers are 9. Ahead of them is the Jets, Bucks, Giants, Commanders, Bears, Patriots, Cardinals, Bears. And when you look at that, you go, okay, which teams need QBs? Because as soon as you figure out which teams need QBs, that eliminates a lot of what the Chargers can do, what players are going to take from the Chargers. So, all right, Bears need a QB. Cardinals don't need a QB. Patriots need a QB. Bears will probably go wide out in that second spot unless trade. Commanders don't need a QB. I think Sam Howell's it. That's my personal opinion. Giants need a QB. Bucks need a QB. Jets don't need a QB. So you look at that and go, all right, all these teams need a QB. That's probably going to be their trajectory. There's a lot of QB talent in this draft. Who's going to take the receivers that we want, right? And when it comes down to it, people are widely spread that there's 3 guys in this draft that are supposed to be game changers in their position, all right? It's Caleb Williams, it's Brock Bowers, and it's Marvin Harrison Jr. Well, for people that don't know, we need all 3. We don't need all 3. We need 2 out of 3 desperately. So because of that, I go, all right, what can we do to move up to get Marvin Harrison Jr.? Will he be available? I don't think Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be available. But I think the Chargers, if people are up for it, I think you could go, all right, we have Joey Bosa that we'll send to you, maybe a second-round pick to go on top of that. We move up and we get Brock Bowers. And that's our time for the future that we get with Herbert at a very young age. And we were off to the sunset. Dave, would you make that trade? I think it would be you swap picks and maybe add a second with Bosa because of that cap hit that will come with it. But, I mean, if you make that call to the Jets, if he falls all the way down to 8, do the Jets say yes to that? I would say so because that helps their title window. Would the Commanders say that? They just lost all their passion rush talent, so maybe. There's, I think, little things that the Chargers could do. Go all the way up to number 2 from the Cardinals, so you're going to get a lot more competition. I think you have to add more in that package. But I think to move up a couple spots, I think it's slightly possible for the Bolts.
Okay, when you look at what the teams and their needs, if I'm the Jets, I'm not so sure I'm trading anything right now for anyone on defense, just because they don't need it. I mean, the Jets defense is one thing they've taken care of. They need a lot of help on that offensive line, especially if Aaron Rodgers is coming back next year. Wide receivers, pretty strong. You got Garrett Wilson, really good. Of course, Marvin Harrison Jr. is outstanding. If I was the Jets, I would go O-line. It's funny you guys bring up the Joey Bosa thing. I'll be honest with you. I never thought about getting anything for Joey in return. I was just thinking to get rid of Joey. But you guys are absolutely right. Somebody thinks Joey's good. Hell, we all know that the whole country doesn't watch Charger football, right? We hear the announcers all the time. The announcers, boy, Brandon Staley. If anyone goes through it on fourth down all the time, it's Staley. Well, you haven't watched the game in 3 years. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. We hear it all the time. Justin Herbert, man, he's sneaky fast. All that crap. You guys aren't watching the Chargers. Paying attention. Maybe we can fool these guys with Joey Bosa, because guess what? The people that watch these NFL games have no idea that he stinks. Okay, and you can't count on him. But if you can make a move and go up, I would take. Obviously, I'm not taking a quarterback, but I'm taking the tight end. I'm taking Brock Bowers. To me, it's the easiest position to draft, where you go, that guy will translate into the NFL. Wide receivers, we see it all the time where guys fail. I remember the Chargers one time drafted a guy named Quentin Johnson in the first round. You won't believe it, guys. It was a disaster. I remember it. But Brock Bowers, dude, that kid's a player. And guess what? Charger football, say whatever you want. Call me an old man here in a second, Mario. Charger football was at its best when you had Kellen Winslow, Hall of Famer. You had Antonio Gates. And this kid, Brock Bowers, is the real deal. I almost cussed right there. I almost threw an F in there. Real deal.
Does it scare you? Does it scare you at all that he just had a pretty serious injury? He's back now, but does that scare you at all that he could be injured?
Hell no. Came back in the same year. It wasn't like he was out for a year or 2 years. He literally came back in the same college season.
Yeah, you understand the Chargers medical staff almost killed Tyrod Taylor a couple years ago.
That's
he gets a paper cut. He's going to be out 4 weeks with the Chargers.
Yeah.
They can't do anything.
Chargers can't give a flu shot. It's true.
No, they can't, dude. So, okay, there's a lot that you talked about that I think is really good there. So I think you need a fix from within first, okay? And I'm talking about maybe like a right tackle, or if not a right tackle, maybe a running back in the second round. But first round, I'd go like line, right tackle, or Brock Bowers. I think Brock Bowers is freaking awesome. He's the best tight end I've ever seen. And the closest I can compare to him is Eric Ebron when he's at North Carolina, and I think Brock Bowers is better than him. He's the best tight end I've ever seen. He dominates the SEC every freaking week. He's awesome. I love that call. A lot of people on YouTube are saying that they disagree with us. They say that Herbert needs to play perfect every single week for them to have a chance. That at the end of games, the offensive line can't pick up these blitzes, and Herbert has no time to throw the ball. And even when he does throw the ball, it's only Keenan Allen. And I agree with everything there. But you're a huge hypocrite if you talk about who the Chargers should draft and you go, well, I think they should draft a corner. I think they should draft a linebacker. Well, then how's Justin Herbert going to have any more time? It's not going to fix the problem. Justin Herbert has nothing to work with. And people are also saying that we can't say that Justin Herbert isn't as good as Jalen Hurts when Jalen Hurts has a ton of talent. There's something to be said about winning. Okay. And Justin Herbert, say whatever you want, at Oregon wasn't a great winner. With the Chargers, hasn't won a playoff game. Jalen in college and the pros has found ways to win. I think the only way you can move forward is if you start from within. And I'm talking about the offensive line and even the defensive line. Guys like Austin Johnson should not be on this team. The Chargers offensive defensive line gets embarrassed all the time. And I don't think Justin Herbert's ever going to have a chance in his career if that part of, the offense and the defense isn't fixed.
You can never have too many D linemen. You can never have too many O linemen. You can never have, right? Like, look at what the Eagles are doing. I mean, they took D linemen and they didn't even need that help. It's certainly a strong point because that's how you win football games, is you win it up front. And Chargers need to be more physical up front. And, you have Thule and Fox are obviously amazing players, and Mac Bosa. Mac's getting up there in age, and we say that, beat that point to whatever the hell. But you need a little bit more physical on that front. And I just can't help but dream of having a guy like Brock Bowers on the team. I can't help but dream about it.
Yeah.
And I think that could be spectacular. You mix that with a good offensive-minded head coach, or maybe defensive-minded, because apparently there's a trend of that coming back around in this coaching cycle. But just whatever, a good head coach at the start of it, I think was just very clear, Dave, that the Chargers will be going in a little bit of a different direction than they were going the start of this year. And to me, I think that's going to be something to be more excited about than anything.
Look, it's the funny thing about the NFL draft, and people get excited on draft day or what your team's going to do, whether it's a Chargers or another team. Let's be honest, the most unsexy pick is an offensive lineman. Like, nobody really wants an offensive lineman drafted in the first round, but you need it. Like, literally, it's the most important thing you need to protect the franchise, which is your quarterback. Yet nobody wants that because, I'm telling you, diehard football fans can't tell you who the top 5 offensive linemen in college are. But everybody knows who Marvin Harrison Jr. is, right? People know who Brock Bowers is. People know who Caleb Williams is. You guys understand what I'm saying. You need it more than anything, yet you want to sell jerseys and you want to sell tickets, and you aren't running out and buying a goddamn offensive lineman jersey. You aren't. I will recommend this to people. Speaking of jerseys, if you're over 300 pounds, I recommend you do get a defensive or offensive lineman jersey. It looks really weird when you're wearing a Keenan Allen jersey and you're 350 pounds. It just doesn't look like Keenan Allen. It's just kind of strange. Just my own personal preference. Don't be afraid to embrace the big body. Do it. Go ahead and get the big body shirt. It looks fine. Somebody just like Sebastian Joseph Day. I'm sure you might do a better job than him. By the way, he was better when he was 69 over 51. Just leave it at that.
Everybody is better at 69. I think, another comment here comes from Mark Caitlin 8533. He said he disagrees with us. He would keep Khalil Mack because he's great for the development of Thule, and having those two guys on the same team next year would be great for the Chargers. I agree and I disagree. I think Thule definitely benefits from having guys like Khalil Mack and sometimes Joey Bosa around to be the better player, to be the player he is now. I think he's developed probably quicker than he would have with other teams because he has those two guys to lean on. Khalil Mack makes so much freaking money, and it is a Christmas miracle that this guy's 13 sacks. It is. I just don't think it's repeatable at this age. I love Khalil Mack. He's my favorite player on the team this year. I love everything he's doing, but I don't think it's realistic to expect him to do this, maybe even next year. I mean, football-wise, he's a grandfather. What do you think, Mario?
No, I mean, you say he's a grandfather, and 13 sacks from him is huge. And I think the other point that you kind of have to think about here is we might want him to be there. Chargers might want him to be there, but does he want to be there? He's a smart guy. He knows where he's at in his career. He knows what he wants. He wants a ring. And when you end this year, and if you're Khalil Mack, do you want to be at the Chargers next year? Do you want to be there? Or do you want to trade? Do you want to request a trade? Do you want out? Do you want to go somewhere else? And by the way, in case anyone's not picked up on this, besides if you're a running back, we're in a pretty player powerful moment in sports. And if a star rusher wants out, he gets his wish. Besides running backs, they shouldn't. But it's when you're Khalil Mack, you want out, he gets out, he can go. So I think that's my worry with that. We're do you think I can do I believe that you can get something for him? Yes. But I'm also thinking too, does he want to be here? Because what's going to happen next year when there's a good amount of turnover? And if you're, 33, Dave, and you know that you want that ring, are you sitting there going, yeah, I want to run this back one more time and see what happens? Or you go, you know what? I'm going to go see what other Super Bowl contenders want.
I would. I mean, he's a luxury. I'm a big fan. If he comes back with the Chargers next year, I'd be happy to see him. I wouldn't keep him. I mean, he's a luxury to the point it's like having a beater car with really cool rims on it. Why are you going to pay for that? It's not what you need. It's a big difference in what you need and what you want. If I was Khalil Mack, just because when the Chargers had Takeo Spikes, remember Takeo with the big neck? Takeo, every team he was on, he played 16 years. He never made the playoffs once. And yet, every time he left a team, they made the playoffs the next year. It was really weird. And if you ever met Takeo Spikes, he was the nicest guy on the planet. You just felt bad for him. And for Khalil Mack, he's one of those guys in the NFL. If he ever got a ring, I'd be super excited for him because he does everything you want. He does everything you want from your favorite NFL player. He's good for the league.
Yeah, I feel bad for him. He's too good for the Chargers right now. Zach Ertz today requested a trade. The Cardinals said, please leave. We suck. Go do your thing. Go win somewhere else. I feel the same way about Khalil Mack. I think Chargers have a luxury of having him on the team. And I'm sure when he signed with the Chargers, he didn't see the team being in this situation. Last comment before we get to the Patriots Chargers comes from STW0173. It says, Mario's fine as F.
Yeah.
I
wrote
wow.
I wrote it, Mario.
Yeah, DMs are open. So, hey. Hit me up on Twitter. Mario23 _ Heron. on Instagram, Ben_Heron10, baby. Let's get cooking.
Have you ever done online dating? Have you ever done like an app or anything?
Yeah, I've gone. Yeah, I've done that before.
Has it worked out well?
Yeah,
Worked out once.
like
Worked it back in again.
but like I had a good time. What?
So it worked out once, then you worked it back in again.
Yeah, I mean, like in a city, I think you got to get on them because I think if you're, it can be good to meet people if you're like a little shy. But I do prefer being at like a public setting because I love messing with people and like doing some cheesy. They're like, hey, you get cooking. I'm trying my best to formulate a story that happened in real life, but I can't do it without it being rated R. So, yeah, we'll move on.
There you go. All right.
Well,
if you're in the Chicago, if you're in the Chicago area, make sure you DM Mario. They're open.
Yeah, DM me. Yeah, Chicago area, DM me, and hey, prepare to be disappointed.
That's not how you sell yourself. You're doing so good. So right at the very end.
I know. That's what they are. Alrighty. Shout out to him.
Oh my, that was nice. That was nice.
Yeah, that was.
You got
nice.
any more, Josh? You got any more YouTubes?
I don't know. There's a lot
of Justin Herbert apologists. That's a problem. And I don't mean it's a problem. I think people think we hate
Justin
problem.
Herbert. It is the problem. Yeah. All three people here love Justin Herbert. If you need 100%. To apologize for Justin Herbert week after week, maybe you should look at yourself. Maybe you shouldn't have to apologize for Justin Herbert week after week. I don't think it's entirely Justin Herbert's fault. I don't think anybody thinks it's entirely Justin Herbert's fault. But 0-7 in clutch situations, it's a little bit his fault. And you cannot tell me Patrick Mahomes would also go 0-7. He has one guy to throw to also. Granted, his defense is way better than Justin Herbert's. But for God's sakes, dude, give me 1, 2, 3 wins in the clutch. Just give me anything. I mean, everybody is in love with Justin Herbert and everything he does. Dude, he makes mistakes too. He is part of why they're good. He's also part of why they're bad.
I think that's the best point you made. He's part of why they're good. He's also part of why they're bad. He's part of the wins, but he's also part of the losses. I think it's a fair statement.
100%. 100%.
Guys, I've never seen a quarterback. I've never seen a starting quarterback go through an entire season like Justin Herbert, like this, where he can't finish any game-winning drive. I mean, it's just, you think at some point the odds are going to be in your favor to win one. I mean, it's whether it's a fumble, it's getting sacked, it's getting the pass knocked down, to happen over and over and over again is crazy. I mean, he knows it too. He has to be getting in the car on the way home from a game going, how the hell did this happen again? And it started with the Miami Dolphins game, and it went into the Cowboys game, and it went into, you know what I mean? It just goes on and on. You want to believe, because you're a fan, that this is the time it's going to happen and it's going to work out for us. Man, we are all Charlie Brown trying to kick that football, and we're swinging and missing and going, I can't believe it happened to us again. But Justin Herbert has to wear it. But, man, when people are defending him, I don't know what to tell you. Man, was it 0-7 this year? Holy yes, like man. Yeah. It's crazy.
Feels like a lot.
Feels like 80 of them. Feels like 0-80. That's how it feels. Hurts my heart.
Yeah, well, we'll transition to the Patriots. Tomorrow, I'll start with you. Bailey Zappe is supposed to be the quarterback. Mac Jones gets demoted to third string. I mean, it couldn't be a better situation for the Chargers. Brandon Staley's licking his chops, knowing that this is opportunity to show the whole world how smart he is. What do you think?
In another case where we find out how dumb Staley is. Like, it's just, So I was thinking about it today, like the difference between Mac Jones and Bailey Zappe, right? And I was like, all right, is this really, like, is this a good thing for Chargers? If you're a Patriots fan, are you like more excited for the game if Bailey Zappe's starting or if Mac Jones starting? And at first I was like, you know what? I think it's a good thing for the Chargers. And now I've come to the point where, like, I really don't know if it matters, right? Like, I think if Bailey Zappe's out there, the Patriots' talent level stays the same. The offense stays the same. If Mac Jones is out there, it stays the same. No matter what, this offense is just not very good, right? Like, they're 29th in the offensive EPA per play, 29th in passing offense, 16th in rushing offense, 31st in points per game. Like, this offense is not a strong offense at all. That being said, our defense leaves a lot to be desired. So, but don't worry, guys. Defensive genius. So, for a defensive genius for the 1,000th time on this show, I'll go ahead and read you the rankings of Chargers defense. 14th against the run. You're just over average in the NFL. 16th in rushing EPA. 7th worst passing EPA. 4th worst in defensive EPA per play. Worst defense against the pass. Screw off, Staley. 14th red zone defense, just above average, not good enough. 29th in opponent yards per play. You still suck, Staley. This Patriots offense sucks. The Chargers defense is not very good. That being said, I think the Chargers can contain them. The problem, and the thing I'm nervous about, Dave, is what if the Patriots actually get it going on the ground and they start to carve up the Chargers a little bit?
Dude, nothing surprises me with this team. I mean, come on, this is an underhand pitch for you to hit it out of the park. You should win this game. My only concern about this game is what the Patriots try and do to stop Keenan Allen. Like, what is next for the Chargers? Who is Justin Herbert going to? For me, I'd be trying to go with the Eckler tight end game the entire time if it's true that Keenan Allen can get locked up in a Bill Belichick defense. The Patriots are so bad. And I watch a lot of Patriots games because I hang out with a guy that's a big Patriots fan who cries every Monday, and it's fantastic because nobody feels bad for him. But the Patriots are so bad that in fantasy football, I look to see if the Charger defense was available. Like, that's how confident I am that the Patriots can't do anything. Bailey Zappe stinks. It has a horrible name, too. Not even a cool quarterback name. It's like a goddamn stand-up comedian. It sounds like a Boston guy. But I'm telling you right now, the Patriots are terrible. If the Chargers can't beat the Patriots, dude, take the bus home back to LA. You don't even deserve to get on the charter flight. That'd be the lowest moment in the last 2 years of Charger football for them to lose to the Patriots.
This is the Jets game all over again. 100%. This is a good defense.
Patriots are worse than the Jets.
Dude, I think when the Chargers played the Jets and they had Zach Wilson throwing to Garrett Wilson, I mean, there's just nothing there with the Jets offense. I feel the same way about the Patriots offense. Maybe the Patriots offense is worse. They probably are. They only have 2 wins. Their 2 best defensive players are out, right? Judon and Gonzalez are out.
Yeah, they got a running back team. That's decent. That's it.
His stats aren't as good as you think they are. Stevenson, going into the year was one of the top fantasy guys. He catches the ball, runs the ball. That team just isn't very good. Their leading receiver is Demario Douglas with 36 catches, 410 yards. Keenan Allen is stats are almost 2.5 times better than his.
1 month. Yeah, he's that's a month.
Yeah. It just, there's not a lot here for the Patriots. Their defense is going to be, the one thing the Chargers might have trouble with because, they're Bill Belichick's on the other side. But Chargers defense isn't good either. So I don't know, what's going to happen with that. Brandon Staley, we always say or at least I always say he's going to take advantage of the bad quarterbacks. That's not always the case. We saw that, against Jordan Love where he got lit up. So I really don't know what to expect. I really do think the Chargers are going to win this game, but the Patriots might be thinking they're going to win this game too. They're thinking we have a bad team coming into Foxborough. I can't remember the last time the Chargers won in Foxborough. I know it was a Tom Brady team almost every time, but it's not like the Chargers have played well there before. So I don't know. It's 2 bad teams. You're on mute, buddy.
Sorry, cops are scrolling. All right, 2 bad teams. There's gonna be other games on. That's gonna be better than this one. Sorry to say it, but I'm interested to hear you guys on this. Do we think it will be a high scoring game at all because of the defenses? Vegas put this game at 40.5. And I'm there's that weird Bills game, divisional game, right? So just to put that up. But that game was 29-25. And the Patriots haven't really been lighting up the scoreboard in this 4-game losing streak that they're currently on. But could you see, Josh and Dave, could you see maybe a higher scoring game because of how bad both defenses are? We get a little bit of excitement, or Chargers even get it themselves by lighting up the scoreboard?
I take the under. It's not even without a doubt. I'm taking the under when you just gave the spread. By the way, the weather, if anyone's curious to know how the weather might affect them, because we all know that stadium's kind of windy. High is 36, low is 24 that day.
Is it that cold?
Yeah,
I swear I just looked this up.
It's not that close.
My research.
I don't, to be honest.
Dude, you know what? That hurts.
Never have.
What do you
say?
The
lows dude, you're not even right about this. It says 48 degrees. It's going to rain.
When? Right now or Sunday?
Sunday, the 3rd.
Dude, I'm looking at it right now. Wait, where the hell's the goddamn camera?
Were you on Ask Jeeves?
Yeah.
I am on Ask Jeeves. Shut up, dude. I'm not on Ask Jeeves. 24-36. God dang it, man. I hate this.
You're looking
show.
at Boston or Foxborough?
I hate this team we talk about.
Foxborough's an hour and a half away.
Hey, we know technology's hard for you. We know
Dude,
it's
really?
difficult.
Because
So
I can
just
read
be patient
numbers.
with yourself.
Dude, don't make me cuss. I'm gonna send
Just
you
be
All right,
my
Mario, to
patient with
answer your
yourself.
question. Yeah. Well, while he plays with his phone, let me tell you, Mario, what I think. I
Yeah.
think it's don't send me a screenshot of what you have on your phone. I don't
Why?
care.
Because it's true. You think I made it up? What advantage do I have of lying about the weather in New
It doesn't
England?
even say the city in the screenshot. It just says Fahrenheit, 36
Oh,
degrees. That could be anywhere. I'm tired of you. All right. So, Mario, what I think is going to be a low scoring game. Like, who do we think is going to actually score touchdowns? Because like said, Keenan Allen's probably going to get neutralized better than most games because of Belichick. I actually do think the Patriots defense isn't terrible. They have a lot of low scoring games. I don't see anybody on their team really going off, right? DeMario Douglas is a guy that's going to have 3 touchdowns. Ezekiel Elliott's banged up. Maybe Stevenson. I mean, Austin Eckler doesn't give you any reason to believe he's going to do anything. I think low scoring game, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're wrong. Like last game for Patriots, 10-7 loss. Colts 10-6. Commanders 2017. Like it all points like a low scoring game. The game before that, they gave up 31 to the Dolphins, but that's the Dolphins offense. There's a big difference between the Dolphins and those offenses and the Chargers offense. So I do think it's gonna be an under game. I think it's like and we'll get to scores later, but I think like the Chargers could get to around 20. I just don't know how the Patriots are gonna score. I do agree with you what you said. This is gonna be another downer Eckler game. Another downer game from him. The one thing that Patriots do well is like kind of slow the football down the run, and I think so. It's not going to be if you're expecting a big Eckler bounce back game in fantasy or anything like that. You can see it, buddy. That's not happening. And I'd like to point out too in this screenshot, Dave, because I had the glorious of looking at it. I mean, what the hell were you thinking in this screenshot? Why did you? So for people that don't know, in this screenshot that he sent to Josh and I,
yeah.
instead of
Go ahead.
sending like the full screen, he just cropped where it says
did.
Sunday, December 3rd, 2023, and 36 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's it.
What
He didn't include city. He didn't include anything.
Dude, oh my God.
I'm just saying, dude, that's a
what
craziest
advantage do I get
screenshot I've
of
ever
lying
seen.
about the weather?
I'm not saying
I
you're
swear to
lying, but
God.
like to Josh's
sound
point,
like you
that's
said
a
I'm
dumb
lying.
screenshot.
I did
Yeah,
it
why
on
you
purpose
cropping
so
it?
you guys could see the numbers.
Yeah, why'd you crop it?
You know what? God dang it. I didn't get all the other goddamn days in there. All right, look, F you guys.
All right.
All right, we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
All
Look,
right.
this
Good way to
goddamn
end it.
team is making us turn on each other. I don't like it.
Yeah. That's
By the
what's
way,
happening.
yeah, that's Keenan Allen that didn't practice yesterday. We're nervous that he won't practice. He won't play on Sunday.
No, he's playing.
Playing.
He's
He's
playing.
playing.
He's chasing season highs for everything, right? I think he's going to play.
Yeah. I'm with Josh on that. All right, you want to pick some games?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any more weather updates for us, or are you? Good
You know
for
what, man? Yep.
You
I
good?
do. I'm gonna try not to swear. All right.
All right.
One day we're
Just
gonna do a
making
blue
sure.
show. One day we're gonna drink on the show. And we're gonna do a blue show. Okay.
Yeah.
Who says I'm already not drinking?
Yeah.
What do you think this is? Vodka.
Water.
I
It's
should.
water. You're right.
That'd be funny if I have to edit like after the drinking show too. So it's all left in. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's pick for NFL Week 13. Starting off, we have the Seattle Seahawks traveling to Dallas to face the Cowboys. Cowboys 9.5-point favorite in this one. Josh, what do we think here, my friend?
Before I answer, do you have our records from last week? How we did?
So a little bit of we're pause on the record. We have a little bit of a dilemma. The notebook that has all of the records got left in Indianapolis, and Mama Heron and Papa Heron are bringing that on Sunday.
Well, you should have had them screenshot it.
Yeah, I should have screenshot and cropped it where I only see our names.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you said Cowboys 9.5 against the Seahawks. Where's the game at?
It's in Dallas and it's indoors, so we don't have to worry about weather.
Yep. I got the Cowboys. That defense, I think, is the best in the league. Geno Smith, I think, is banged up. Kenneth Walker's not playing. All signs point to the Cowboys beating their ass.
All right. I'm going with Josh on this one. I'm going to go Dallas. It's a huge point spread. Seattle's supposed to be a playoff team, but Dallas is playing well. Dak Prescott playing the best football of his life. I'm going Dallas as well. But Dallas never gets on an airplane. What the hell's going on here?
They beat up on bad teams, but 9.5 is a big spread. I'm gonna go Seattle to cover on this one. I am not gonna bet this game at all. I'm probably gonna watch NBA instead of this game tonight. But
no, you aren't. No, you aren't.
Don't tell me what to do.
Are your Bulls losing tonight? Is that why you're watching?
Yeah,
the
they
Bulls?
are. And I am, dude. I've been fading them and making so much money. God bless them.
Dude, your Bulls tweets are depressing, by the way.
They're really sad.
You're like Patrick Williams, 1 for 7 from the field, 3 points to the end of one. I'm like, why does he do this to himself?
yeah, dude. They're the best is DeAndre Drummond gets somehow like pick someone's pocket and on a fast break he like airballs layup. And it's like, dude, just dunk the ball, man. Come on. All right. Indianapolis Colts go to Nashville, the home of Josh Palley, to face the Tennessee Titans. This line's a pick 'em. It's pick 'em towards the Colts. But what do we have here in this divisional game? What do you have here, Josh?
I got the Titans. Jonathan Taylor is having thumb surgery. He's supposed to be out 2 to 3 weeks. I don't think the Colts are close to as good without him. I like the Titans at home.
You know what? I'm going with Josh House. I'm going Titans as well. I said I wasn't going to pick the Titans all year, but if Jonathan Taylor was playing, I would have gone Colts.
I'm going Titans here. I think Mike Vrabel, media kind of getting after him a little bit. Like, do they want him all the way packed to New England already? So I
think he wants out too.
Yeah, I think he does. Well, they just talk about a good head coach as organization never helped them. But I
think Vrabel's selling free Mike Vrabel t-shirts in the parking lot, like after games. Just wear these, please.
Get me out of here. God, he'd be a good coach for LA. He's going. No, for Chargers.
Oh,
but yeah. All right, Lions 4-point favorite against the New Orleans Saints. This game, noon o'clock at New Orleans. Josh, what do you think?
All right, so this is my blowout of the week. I think the 4.5's a joke. Derek Carr's play is a joke. All the receivers seem like they're banged up over there. I just like blowout Lions.
Man, the Lions are kind of disappointing the way they've been playing lately. Kind of embarrassing. I think the Lions pull it together, though. I can't imagine they're going to continue to sputter the way they have. Derek Carr is arguably the worst player in the NFL. And I know that's saying a lot, but it's like everyone knows Derek Carr stinks, but everyone's afraid to tell him that he stinks. And so he walks around thinking he's still good. He was never good. Actually, Derek Carr was always just average. Now he's way below average, yet he sits there and walks around the league like, hey, I'm a top-tier quarterback. Dude, you aren't. You are god-awful. You were terrible with the Raiders. You're even worse with the Saints. And you made it sound like, oh, I got treated unfairly in Las Vegas. Not at all. You literally, like, somebody tell him the truth. You are the worst player on the goddamn team. And you are one of the worst players in the NFL. I cannot stand watching Derek Carr play football.
Yeah. He's kind of like that kid that is the last one to get cut.
You give the I'm not going to say anything. I almost just said something I should never have said. But go ahead.
Well, you've done that before.
Finish what you're saying.
I was going to say he's kind of like that kid that, like, he's the last one to get cut on, like, the basketball team, but no one, like, not even the coaches want to do it because he's like a really nice kid and everyone likes him. So he just kind of lingers around and you slowly, like, push him towards being a manager. That's what I kind of picture Derek Carr being with eyeliner, because I don't know why he looks like that. But I like the Lions for here too as well. I like the Lions big. This is another spread that kind of makes sense, but kind of doesn't, but disgusting game. Falcons, Jets. Falcons 2-point favorites on the road in New York. What do you guys think here?
What's the total on points, Mario, in this game? It has to be
30.
Like 30.
34.
Okay. Worst game of the week. If you watch this, you're a sicko. I have no idea who to pick. I'll go Falcons.
Okay, look, if you live, this game's in New York, you said, correct?
Yes.
If you lived in New York and someone said, "Hey, Mario, I got tickets for the Falcons Jets game. You want them?" Like, are you going?
Just leave it at that.
Dude, I hate both. I don't like watching either one of these. I'm going to Atlanta. I hate picking the Falcons, but God, man, what a terrible situation.
And did you pick
someone? I'm going to Atlanta.
Oh, I didn't hear you say Atlanta. I was like, dude, I know you're complaining, but you're gonna pick a team.
Yeah, I'm complaining a lot. You guys were kind of ruining me with this weather thing. Kind of soured the show.
We got that much real estate.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny.
That's all right.
That's good stuff. Who do you pick, Mario?
I'm gonna go Falcons. I'll go Falcons to cover
Okay.
as well. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
All right. Cardinals Steelers. This point spread might surprise you guys. This is in Pittsburgh. Steelers 5.5-point favorite over the Cardinals. No Zach Ertz.
Yeah, I'd bet this game. I'd bet this. I'll go first because it sounds like I'm just copying every one of Josh's picks. I would bet this game, Mario. I'd go Steelers on this one.
I agree with Dave. Yeah, this game's boring. Also, if you listen to the Ben Roethlisberger podcast, you need to take a look in the mirror. I don't know why you guys listen to this crap. Him talking about Matt Canada gives me headaches. I like the Steelers to win this game. I'm not a fan of the Steelers and George Pickens and Deontay Johnson. Seems like they have a lot of problems over there. I think the Cardinals are the worst team in the last few years. They are really bad. So I'll go Steelers.
Okay, hear me out. Steelers win, but it's by like a very ugly 3-point win. Which I could see it happen where it's like a very ugly. They won by 3. It wasn't pretty, but they won, and Tomlin adds another one to the book. All right, next one. Big spread in this one. Big spread. Dolphins 9.5-point favorite on the road in Washington. Washington Commanders. What do you guys kind of have here, Dave? We'll start with you.
All right, Miami does really good against bad teams. I'm going Dolphins in this game.
Yeah,
I'm
going Miami as well.
Sorry, go ahead, Josh.
Wait, what were you saying? He picked the favorite?
He's picked the favorite in every single game.
Okay, and what happened last week? What happened last week?
Dude,
I wouldn't know because I left my stuff in Indiana. Guess what? It was an NFL record last week that more teams that were favored won than any time in NFL history. The favorites covered.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, call
These
your
just
mom.
don't
See what
seem
the
like very
notebook
good
says.
games, man. Yeah. I mean, I feel like these games kind of suck. The Commanders' defense is so bad, right? And they're supposed to have a good defense. They get rid of 2 of their D linemen. They fire Del Rio. I don't know, Mario. I think the Dolphins' offense is the best in the league. I like them to win big.
Simpatico. I think Dolphins win big. They tend to dominate big teams. Pretty good on Hard Knocks too, by the way. I think they'll have to scoreboard. Commanders, no pass rush, no secondary. And I think they go with that one. I might take over in yards for both Howe and Tua actually in that matchup. Next game, 2 teams both need this win to stay in the playoff hunt. Broncos, Texans. Maybe, no, not the second game of the day, probably. Texans, 3.5-point favorites at home, hosting Denver. Josh, what do you think here?
I think, Mario, if you were going to tell me before the season that the best morning game of this week was going to be the Broncos and Texans, I would say you're high. But guess where we are? The best morning game of the week is Broncos-Texans. And I like the Broncos, hottest team in the league. I mean, they really look really good. Sean Payton, whatever he's doing is working, and I think the Broncos win.
Dude, how about this, Mario? I'm taking the under. I'm going with the I agree with everything Josh just said right there. Denver's a team that can't be stopped right now, and I hate it.
Gosh, simpatico. I hate it too. I think the Broncos cover in this one. They just look really, really good. And Payne's turning around, and that defense is suddenly not terrible. Wow, this game. Shut your eyes. Shut your eyes if it's on your TV, and I apologize. Panthers, Buccaneers, 5.5-point favorites at home, divisional game. This game could not be more sad. What do you guys kind of have here? We can spend less than 30 seconds on this game.
Okay, easiest game of the week to pick. Put all your money on Tampa Bay. Without a doubt, put your money on Tampa Bay. Not only do you fire the coach, you fired everybody. What the hell are they going to run on Sunday? So I can't believe it's 5.5. Like, it shouldn't even be on the board. Like, Vegas should say, dude, we are not even offering this game. I don't know what Carolina is going to do. It's like these guys have to stay up all night drawing up plays and saying this is what we're going to try and run on Sunday. Guys, do it yourself. It's Tampa. It's freaking nuts.
You can't fire that many people mid-season. It's just a bad move. Panthers haven't won a game on the road. I'm with Dave on everything he said. Buccaneers.
When a team fires their coach, take them to cover, baby. 5.5 points. I'll eat that for lunch. What?
Oh, you're out of your mind. When a team fires a coach and every coach,
yeah,
like, hey, we got to order more polo shirts because a bunch of new guys are going to come walking in this room in a second that don't have them yet.
If high school coach Jeff Saturday can do it, I believe anyone can do it.
Dude, there's nobody there. Like they don't even know the players don't know the names of these coaches. Where do they get these guys?
See you at the cashier.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Browns, Rams, in LA, baby. Rams 3.5-point favorites against the Browns. Another low total 40. So what do you guys have here?
Go ahead, Mar. You go first.
Ooh, all right. You know what? I'm gonna take Browns to cover. I think that defense is gonna hang around in this game. I think that's the only reason why it stays in. I would take the under also of 40. I don't think it's gonna be very high scoring, but I think the Browns defense will keep them around enough where they hang and they're at least put up a fight in this one.
I'm with Mario. I think the Browns cover as well.
All right. For some, Josh and I think disagreed. Going Rams. I think the Rams have figured it out. Kind of weird. I think the Rams are going to make a playoff push. Very strange. The Rams looked so bad about a month ago. Now all of a sudden the Rams look like a different team. Kind of like what the Broncos are. The Rams look decent. I'm going with the Rams. Cleveland doesn't have a quarterback.
No.
You know? I mean, what
No,
quarterback are they going with now? I mean, god dang, it's ridiculous. But we look at Cleveland and those guys just keep dropping like flies.
Yep.
Yeah. And they're close to the Chuck Pagano strategy when he had 3 quarterbacks go down. Like, we're just going to punt the ball and play defense, baby. And we're going to win this game. So,
yeah. Waterboy strategy. Yeah.
Yeah. Worked out for them. Game of the weekend 49ers, Eagles. This was at 2.5 for a lot of the league, now to 3. Our good friends at BetMGM. So, Niners 3-point favorites over the Philadelphia Eagles. What do we think
Where's
here?
the game at? Where's the game at?
Philly.
And the Niners are favored?
Yes.
That is wild. That's crazy. And this game is not the Sunday night game or the Monday night game. That's what's crazy to me. How could you waste this game in a regular, basically there are people in part of the country that are going to miss this game.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, that's nuts.
I think when they had the opportunity to flex the game into Sunday night football is when the 49ers were losing their games. I don't think maybe that's why they didn't do it. That's just my theory. I don't know why.
No,
I like the Eagles. I don't know. Why didn't they move it? I mean, nobody wants to watch Chiefs Packers.
Why didn't they move it? Why wasn't it just scheduled that way? I mean, god dang, we just watched the Bears and Vikings play the worst game in NFL history on Monday.
You know what? You're right. It should have been scheduled that way. The Monday night game's not bad though. It's Bengals, Jaguars. I'm gonna go Eagles. The game's in Philadelphia, like Mario said. Easily the best game of the week. And it's a hate game, right? These two teams, they played each other in the playoffs last year. Everybody, 49ers think if they had a quarterback, they would have won. It's a really good game. I mean, there's no other way to put it. I think the Eagles win.
Dave?
Boy, it's a coin flip, man. It's kind of crazy. I'm shocked by the line. I'm gonna go Philadelphia as well. It's tough, man. This is really tough. I would not bet this game at all. But Mario will be sure on it in a second. What is it?
Yeah, no, I'll be betting on it. I'm looking forward to it. So Eagles have faced Cowboys where they won 28-23. Very physical team. Beat the Chiefs 21-17. Very, very physical team. Bills in overtime. Very physical team. Win that game 37-34. I think when you go Cowboys, Chiefs, Bills, all back to back, and then you face the Niners right after that, that is a tall order facing a Niners team that just had an extended bye pretty much and just whoop it on the Seahawks of 31-17. Then before that, they play the Bucks and then the Jags. I think this is a bad time for the Eagles and great time for the Niners, and that's why I think Niners cover in this game. So that's my reasoning for that one. I think the Eagles are a better team, but I just think when you have had the gauntlet that the Eagles have gone through, then you get out of that, and then you have Trent Williams, Deebo Samuel, Nick Bosa and company coming at you. It's gonna be a tough day. So it's funny.
I think the Niners are the better team. Actually, I'm just going Philadelphia because where the spread is at.
Fair,
but I actually think the Niners are my opinion. The Niners are the better team. Yeah, it is. I think it was Daniel Jeremiah heard say it this week that not only do these players hate each other, the coaches hate each other, and the reason they hate each other, I think his exact words were that these guys are looking in the mirror. They're the exact same guys. Like their attitude on the coaching staffs are the same. The players are the same. Like this is the ultimate hate game right here. And the Niners felt like they were ripped off when Brock Purdy got hurt. There's a lot to prove on the Niners side.
A lot to prove.
Anyway, I'm looking forward to this. I'm glad. Hold on a second. What time is this goddamn game? It's not going to match up with the Charger game, is it?
No,
3:25.
Chargers play in the morning.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, I got something to do.
Central time.
We'll do a quick post game pod so we can
Yeah.
don't miss this game.
Oh yeah, shoot.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. Oh, my shoulder just cracked. How that hurt. Chiefs, Packers. Chiefs 6-point favorites on the road to Green Bay. Can the Packers upset the Chiefs like they upset the Chargers, guys? What do you think?
I think the Packers cover. I don't know if they win the game, but I think they cover. Chiefs do not look very good, man. I don't like anything about the Chiefs, the way they're playing right now, but their division is so freaking bad. They're going to win it unless the Broncos pull off the craziest miracle ever. But no, I think Chiefs win, but they don't cover.
I'm going Chiefs to cover. I mean, the Chiefs fell behind 14-0 against the Raiders the other day, and then all of a sudden they outscored the Raiders 31-3. I'm going KC, and it's funny. As much as I hate KC and I'm rooting for Green Bay, there's also a big part of me wants Jordan Love to be brought back to earth. The last couple of weeks, all of a sudden Jordan Love's the real deal. Dude, he's not. Okay,
No,
he's not. I'm going KC though.
I'm agree with Josh. I think the Chiefs win, but Packers cover. Similar to the Jordan Love thing, though. This is like the rookie QB comparing him to Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning threw a lot of interceptions his rookie year. Like, I love that. Like, it's like, okay, all right, nice guys. There's a difference between Sam Darnold and Peyton Manning. All right, last game before the Charger game, Bengals Jags. Jags 8.5-point favorite over the Bengals. Are just walking wounded at this point. Monday Night Football action. What do you think?
What do
I'm
you
gonna go
think?
with the home team. I'm going Jacksonville. Going with the home team. I mean, Joe Burrow's gone. Cincinnati's a wreck. Cincinnati found themselves in a bad situation where all of a sudden they were a playoff team, and now they won't even get like that top 10 draft pick. You know what I mean? They're just a team that just wasted a season.
Mm-hmm. I'm going Jaguars as well. It's a big number, but the Bengals look horrible without Joe Burrow. And yeah, it's just a bad team, I think, without Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I completely agree. Jags cover, win that game. Picks to click everything from Chargers, Patriots. Look, guys, Chargers 5.5-point favorites traveling to New England. And if you ask Dave, he will say that it is 36 degrees Fahrenheit with a little bit of wind in New England. So, Dave, would you like to go first?
My picks to click.
Yes, sir.
I'm going Donald Parham. What do you think about that? On offense?
Took my guy.
Really? I don't think anyone has ever said that on this show, but I'm going Donald Parham, and then I'm going on defense. I'm going Khalil Mack. Actually, you know what? I'm not. I'm going Derwin James.
Okay. I'm gonna go Khalil Mack. I think he's best player on the team right now. And then on offense, I'm gonna copy your pick, Donald Parham. I think one of the tight ends scores a touchdown.
Yeah.
16-10. If we're gonna go into predictions, Chargers win 16-10. Ugly game.
All right.
By the way, I'll go 17. I'll go 17-13.
17, 16-10, 17-13. Ready for this one, fellas? 20-6. 20-6 Chargers. 20-6. 2 field goals by the Patriots. And then I'm gonna go that Zappe fumbles it, throws a pick. Chargers score twice off that. And it's just a weird amount of field goals that happen. I think that's what happens in this game. Picks to click in this one. God, I think Morgan Fox. I'll go that one. I bet Morgan Fox gets a second one in this one. He gets the one that applies the pressure for it. On the other side of the football, he's been a disappointment. Some people have not fell in love with him. It's your time. Just have a decent game, Quentin Johnston.
Oh
just
my
a
God.
decent game.
You're out of your mind.
I'm asking for 40. I'm asking for.
I told you not to drink
40.
before the
I'll
show,
ask for,
Mario.
Yeah.
You did. I'm gonna ask for 25 receiving yards from him. I'm asking for 25 and 3
You're
catches.
asking for a lot.
I am.
Way too much.
I'm way too much. I've asked for too much my whole life. But 3 receptions, 25 yards. That is my low bar I want from QJ. Low bar. You can hit it, buddy. We're lowering it so low for you. Just jump over it.
If this guy has his best game in New England, then tell him he can catch the ball in the New England weather, but can't catch it indoors in SoFi. I mean, what the hell? If he actually has a good game, like is a difference maker and scores a couple, dude, I would trade him to the Patriots after this game. Hey, you guys saw how good he is. You want him?
You want JC back?
No, I don't want JC back. I definitely don't. I don't want Hunter Henry back either. No.
Forgot about Hunter Henry.
Oh my
There's
God.
no way he gets 3 catches, 25 yards. I hope you're right. No way.
Low bar.
Is that
Yeah.
a line that you're looking at to game?
Oh no. I bet I'll see if it's up right now. It probably isn't up.
I could see 3 for 25 with this team, especially if Keenan
No.
Allen's neutralized. I could see 3 for 25.
You think he's going to play a lot?
You know what, man? I think there's a lot to make up for. That statement that came out about he was healthy and was cleared by the medical staff, and then they didn't play him. I think Staley got his ass chewed for that. I think they're going to do everything they can to quit Quentin Johnson the ball.
Quick game, quickly. Quentin's is over 18.5. Over under 18.5. Josh and
On
Dave.
yards?
Yes, would you take that?
Dude, I would.
No.
18
No.
and a half, that's nothing. It's not
It's
even
You need
juice
to
to the
catch
over.
the ball to get those yards. You have to catch it. You have to catch it. Mario, if he gets 3 catches, 25 yards, if QJ gets that, you deserve an OTP HJ from somebody in Chicago because there's no way it's
Hey.
going to happen.
All right. What about this one? I'll run through like Everett's and Allen's. Everett's over under 24.5.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Allen's over under is 89.5.
No.
No. I agree with Josh.
Ooh.
No.
Dude,
Belichick's not going to allow him to go off.
Yeah.
And
If he goes off, Chargers are gonna win this game by 27 points.
So I wouldn't take the yards, but I would take his receptions made. It's 8.5. I would actually take the over because I think he's gonna get targeted a lot still. So he
What's
might be
Herbert passing
low.
yards?
245.5, which I'm probably gonna
No.
bet. You don't think so?
Yeah. You think he gets it? Why do you think he gets that?
Maybe get that because Howell and Tua threw for over 300 on him. I think if Tua and Howell can do that, then I think Herbert.
Yeah,
can.
they have guys to throw the ball to.
Yeah, they actually have multiple guys.
Okay, that's
Yeah, we
fair.
got-
I don't know. I'll dance with it. I'll dance with it. I'll bite.
I hope you're right.
All right.
Yeah.
Like we got one guy and they're gonna take him away. They have
Yeah.
like 4 guys. You know?
I bet we really don't. We all miss Michael Mandy now. Bet we do.
None of us do.
I do,
We
and I
do
really
not.
have to use the restroom. So
All right, we'll wrap it up. All right. Really disappointed you woke up this morning, both of you guys, and chose hate, but that's okay. We encourage you to leave comments on YouTube. We appreciate it. We will read them on there, as you just heard a second ago. If you listen to this show through the Odyssey app, we appreciate that, Bolt City Podcast, but we do appreciate the YouTube comments and the people that watch. And you know what fires me up is the people that are fans of other NFL teams that continue to not only listen to this after you guys beat us, whether it's Detroit or Baltimore, and then you leave comments in the YouTube chat. That's pretty cool too. So we appreciate it. We're going to be back right after the game on Sunday against the Patriots. We do want you to subscribe. So for Mario Heron, Josh Pele, I'm Dave Pele. We'll talk to you in a couple days.
make sure to leave your score predictions and the weather predictions. What you think is going to be in
Your
New
weather
England.
prediction, you son of a.